Hello everybody and welcome back to Manor Lords, where last episode we completed restoring the peace. We control the entire map at this point, and that is, of course, wonderful. We're not quite ready to end this series yet, though, because we do want to get one last achievement. So here in Selbitz, we need to upgrade this to a small town without ever having collected any of the berries or any of the wild animals up here. And we're well on our way to doing that. So that looks fantastic. Okay, our settlement level goes up here. And what do we want to go for? Well, we could go for advanced beekeeping to get wax. I don't know what we actually use wax for. So there's that. I guess we can grab it and see what it actually does. We can go into the help here. So we can go in here and we can look at our resources and we can see wax. Storage type, generic storage, buildings producing this resource, apiary. But what is it actually used for? It doesn't say. I suppose we could just sell it. Candles. I bet it's used for that. How do we make candles? Brewery extension, Fletcher's workshop, cobblers, joiners, tailors, armorers. What do we suppose that would be? Maybe it's an industry that I didn't notice previously. Dyers, weavers, tannery. I doubt it. Malt house. Although we should probably build a tannery in some places rather than just exporting the hides. But it's fine, I guess. Maybe it's not implemented yet. That is a possibility. But let's just see here if we can find what that might be. Maybe it would be under gathering? Because the apiary can produce wax. And it will be producing wax at this point. So that is definitely noted. I'm going to put an additional family into this apiary for now. And that seems fine. So what do we need to get this upgraded? Well, we need 3 more level 2 burgages. That seems pretty simple. What do we need here? We need additional types of food on the marketplace. That seems fine. We can upgrade this burgage right now. So that'll bring us up to 3 of 5. 4 of 5. Hang on. Can we just get this done right now? 5 of 5. Okay, beautiful. Is this the final episode of this? It might actually be. Let's pop over to Hofstetten over here because we definitely do want to get some burgages going over here. I want to get this at least to a place where there isn't homelessness, right? So we can get something like this going here. That would be 4 burgage plots. We're going to need a little bit more wood for that, though, so that seems okay. So maybe what we'll do is we'll go through the harvest here and then call it for the series. It seems pretty decent timing. So get the next harvest all set up. I think that's okay. So these guys are, of course, going to be limited in their work area to be... Oh, hang on. I want this to be limited in its work area to be out over here. So its work area size is going to be fairly large, but it's going to be something like that. Okay, same with this. So we're going to have these guys be in a similar work area. It's currently July, so we're just preparing for the harvest. And we're going to do something like that. Now, these guys are going to be in their limited work areas. That seems okay. This should have no problem here. No problem here. We shouldn't have an issue here either with that. But we will potentially have one over in Newslow. So this will be set to a limited work area here, but it's this farmhouse that we're going to limit the work area, and that is going to be limited to down here. Okay. So that looks solid. Newslow has 3 idle villagers, or rather idle families right now, and I only want there to be 1. So let's get some woodcutters lodges going here. That seems excellent for the time being. Walbrand is at 1. Okay. Immenruth has 6. Okay, we definitely need to do something here. So what do we have in our farmhouse? This is maxed. Our windmill we could definitely bring up. We have someone in our granary. Let's put someone in our storehouse here. 1 in the communal oven, 1 in the weaver's workshop. So let's max out our windmill and our communal oven for right now. That looks reasonably fine. And then we do have some backyards here. We could certainly get this burgage upgraded. Let's go ahead and do that. And this one. And potentially this one as well. Yes, so that'll get Immenruth up to a small town. That sounds excellent. Over here in Ica now, we're still having some potential food issues. We're going to be running out of berries fairly soon, but we're going to have a very, very substantial harvest this year, so that seems excellent. These guys have a limited work area, and that needs to be out over here. Yes, that looks perfect. And these guys, of course, have a limited work area, which is going to be right up over here. Okay. So that looks fine for now. We're going to have a very solid harvest this year in Ica now, and things should be on the upswing. These apiaries are full. Our communal oven is full, and our windmill is full as well. So we're going to have some inefficiencies there, but that's understood. Actually, hang on. What do we need for upgrades here? 3 level 3 burgage plots. So we're lacking tavern supply here. We do have a tavern somewhere, I believe, don't we? Yes, up here, but there isn't a family in it. Okay, I'm going to take a family out of the windmill, and we're going to put this family up in the tavern. Okay, so what else do we need here? Clothing stall supply? I mean, that makes sense. I don't think we have any weavers. And we don't have anyone working in the dye workshop right now. So that would definitely be something we would want to do. Let's get a couple of extra burgages going up over here. Something kind of like that. So we're going to get that going for now. Over in Zawao, what do we have going on here? Well, we need level 3 burgage plots. And we can see that we need just varieties of food. And that's not hugely surprising. Let's just check our level 2 burgages and see if any of those are eligible to be upgraded. I would be very, very surprised if they were. We also need roof tiles here. So that is also interesting. Let's import some roof tiles, and let's just keep this at somewhere around... Let's keep this at somewhere around, like, 20 roof tiles. Okay, so that'll be fine. We'll be prepping for when we have the ability to upgrade this. Cool. In Waldebrand, we know we don't really need anything. We can continue to upgrade stuff if we wanted to, and it's probably not the worst of ideas. We can get some of these guys going. And this is just going to generate us additional regional wealth, which seems fine. So we'll get a few of these going. I'm not going to upgrade every single one of these for right now, but we'll just do a couple of them. So that sounds good for the moment. More regional wealth would, of course, be good. It is still July right now, but let's check in over at Newslow. So we need another level 3 burgage plot here. We have a couple of them as it is. So I'm checking in at these level 2s just to see what we need. We need tavern supply. That is a big part of this. Our tavern does have someone here, and I'm assuming we probably have a lack of malt. Most likely. We're probably lacking barley. Yeah, that's understood. Okay, now over here in Selbitz, we're waiting for these constructions to actually finish up. That is good to go. So over here in Hofstetten, very soon now we're going to want to start working on these burgages. In fact, I want to do it now if we can get away with it. So this would be something like this, but we don't have quite the logs that we need. We need one more log here. Okay, for the moment, we should probably just build 4, to be honest. We should just build 4. So how many would this be? This would be 4 here, but I do want them to have some small backyard. Something like that. Okay, cool. And then this last one is going to go in somewhere around here, but we don't have the logs for that right now. We can get these 4 going, though, and that is worth doing. So over here in Goldhof, how are things looking here? We need level 2 burgages. We've got the... We lack water access? Hang on. We never built a well here, did we? We should do that. There we go. There's that mission completed. Okay. What else do we need here? We need food stall supply and clothing stall supply. So a weaver's workshop here would make sense, and let's certainly consider doing that. That would be under... It's not under gathering. It is an industrial thing, isn't it? Yes, it is. So a weaver's workshop can come in right around here, and that looks good. Okay, so water access, clothing stall supply, that should be ready to be upgraded quite soon here. And we only have 4 here right now. Let's move 1 family over into this farmhouse. I would like to have more families moving in here, but for the moment, that looks good. Okay, I think we're ready to advance time forward to pretty much the harvest here. So let's cruise forward. I'm interested in Goldhof being worked on, and of course, Hofstetten here is going to need a fair amount of additional work. So we can bring this guy in like this. That's expandable. You know what? I'm going to do that. That looks good. Cool. But we're definitely on the wind down here. No doubt about that. It is July right now, and we're still working on dealing with some of this situation here, but we're going to get this achievement very, very soon. We're just waiting for some of this to be transported. We do have the ox. There's only the 1 ox, so it's going to take some time to get these transported over. That's understood. Okay, so that's fine. It will be done fairly soon. Cool. I think everything is in a fairly sustainable point right now, and we can just expand our way out. The main issue at this moment is Eichenau's food. Eichenau's food is not going to hold out forever because this berry deposit is going down. Our royal tax went up. That's not surprising. So it is August at this moment, and a new family started moving into Eichenau. Okay. So that is fine. I want to have these guys in, and this is not going to help matters. I want to have these guys in the dyer's shop at this moment. Okay. So that seems fine for now, but that is going to consume some of those berries and turn them into dyes. That's not necessarily ideal. I want to come down over here and be producing additional eggs because I think we might end up needing it. So let's get some eggs put in over here. Lots and lots and lots of egg production. Okay, this can be upgraded to a level 2 burgage, but we don't really need that. We need some of these guys upgraded to a level 3, and that is understood for the time being. So our tavern is, of course, up over here, and that looks fine. Do I have anyone working in the malt house? Yes, we do. Okay, so that looks good as well. Beautiful. So over here in Zawao, people are not necessarily happy because they are lacking fuel stall supply. Okay, that's just, they need to transport it over. In Hofstetten, we want market area. I mean, yeah, I didn't put any market area in, so that makes sense. We should probably go ahead and do that. Let's put that right about here, I think. I don't really like this. That'll work. Sure. So we'll get some market area in here in Hofstetten. That looks excellent. And we're getting this homelessness taken care of. Wonderful. So that looks fine. Up here in Selbitz, we should be seeing these upgrading. 2 of 4 right now, 0404. Okay, we're waiting for our ox to move things around. That's understood. In our farmhouse here, things are reasonable. I'm going to put another family into this apiary. As soon as the save is over, anyway. And there's our settlement level going up here in Hofstetten, actually. So that is out over here. So what do we want this to be? Well, we could double the capacity of the berry deposits. That wouldn't necessarily be bad. I'm going to do trapping because that's year-round, but that would definitely be interesting. Okay, so we'll get going on that. That looks good. Burgage plots leveling up over here does, of course, mean that we're going to need to build a church eventually. We are lacking the saw pit, which is not at all surprising. So let's get going on a saw pit. There we go. And I'd also like to expand the living space here because we want to have some additional growth. So that'll be fine. We've got 6 living space right now, so we can have families grow here in Hofstetten. That would be wonderful. Over here in Selbitz, we're still waiting on transportation of some of these logs. It's going to take a moment. It is currently August, and we're going to be hopping into harvest mode very, very soon. Cool. So everything is, I think, in a pretty decent spot right now. We can just slowly grow in a number of these locations. I'm not too concerned about getting them like all leveled up to the max or anything. That's not the goal of this right now. This series was just intended to learn how Manor Lords works. And I feel like we've learned that. I feel like we've learned a lot about how Manor Lords works, actually. And that's great. I'm very pleased about that. So, we're working on this upgrade here. That'll get done fairly soon. And we've not transported any of the logs for these. Yeah, it's going to take some time. It's definitely going to be the harvest soon. Okay. So that's looking fine. We are, I think, ready for the harvest to start off. Iconau is running out of food, which isn't shocking. We have the harvest coming in. We've got these wild animals here, and for the moment, Iconau pretty much is what it is. So that's understood. It was back up to 2 months of food, briefly there. And our apiaries are working away, and we're gaining some eggs here. Now, the harvest has begun. So, first things first, we need to come out over here, and we need to set these. So, this is a very good rye field here. There's also a decent flax field, but it's not great. Barley at 25. I'm wondering what the highest barley over here is, though. 23? 27? 35. Okay. So barley here, and I am going to have this be barley as well. This then is going to be rye. This is definitely going to be rye. This is going to be rye. This is absolutely rye. That's barley there, that's barley there. This is going to be actually flax up over here. And this is going to be barley. Okay, so all of these fields are set up. That looks good. Down over here, we're going to have to set up these fields. So, barley at 62, and that's pretty decent. 67, 75, 79, I like it. 78, 79. Okay, so this is going to be wheat here, this is going to be wheat, and then this one's going to be wheat. Something like that. That looks good in Zawao. So we're going to head down to Iconau, and this is, of course, going to be... this is going to be low, but it's going to be wheat. I guess that's okay. Barley at 30 is pretty decent here. Barley at 36, and then I think the rest of this should be wheat. Yeah, something like that. So then these fields here, we would like to have 58 and 54. This is then going to be 28 and 28. Okay, so that's fine in Iconau. Over here, this one is going to be wheat, and we're saving. Okay, and then this one is, actually, swap these around. Barley and then wheat. Okay, so that looks good for now. And then up here, Nuslo, this has to be set immediately. So we're going to do, let's see, that's 27, 17, 11, 20, 28. So I'm going to have this be barley. This is going to be barley, not flax, barley. This one is definitely going to be barley at 44. 45? 39. A lot of this is pretty decent barley space. Okay. So that's good. We're going to get all of that going. And the idea here is that these fields would be fallow. These are going to be replanted, is the idea. Okay. Up over here, this is 68 and 83. So barley goes in the back here. 99 and 93. And then this is flax out in this field. Okay, perfect. So that looks fine. Did we do this down here? No, we did not. Okay, so this is going to be 29 barley. This is probably going to end up being flax at 38, though. That's not great for the flax, but it is the best that we've got for flax. Okay, barley at 12, barley at 24, barley at 29. So we're going to put barley there, and then these two are going to be wheat. Okay, I think we are pretty much set up on that. Beautiful. So now we can have the harvest commence, and we're going to start doing some plowing out over here. So, of course, these are going to be fallow. These are going to be replanted. So let's get that all done. Up here in Selbitz, we have 2 idols at this moment. We could put someone in the malt house, but I kind of want to put them into the windmill. Okay, so that'll be fine for now. We do need to continue to get these burgages upgraded, of course. Those should get done over time fairly easily. Okay, harvest is commencing. So let's continue to work on that. Looks like we are finishing this field right now. Okay, This field is, of course, going to be fallow. And let's finish off this field. There we go. This is also going to be fallow. Anywhere else where we need to do this? Yes, this field will be fallow. Okay, that looks fine. This field, not quite done yet. It's very, very close. In fact, we can just burn the rest of it, and we can fallow that. There we go. Cool. So up over here, we're going to have these fields be fallow for sure. No, wait. These are going to be fallow. These are going to be replanted. So this should be barley. This is going to be flax. Okay. This is being plowed up right now, and that is actually going to be barley. It's these fields that are going to be fallow. So this one is fallow. That looks fine. And we'll come back to that. Now, down in Immenruth, this is already all set up, so nothing to be done here. In Eikenau, we are still working on some of this harvest. This is going to be fallow, and this is going to be fallow. So that looks good. These are both going to be fallow after they're done. Wonderful. So, we still have some harvest to do here. Let's cruise forward. This one is fallow. We're making some progress. These are all going to be fallow out over here. There we go. We're still harvesting the flax over this way. We'll let that finish up, and then we'll check in on some of these others. Okay, so that's going to be fallow. We're now done in Selbitz, so nothing more to be done there. Over here in Goldhof, we want all of these to be set as fallow, of course. We'll continue to cruise forward here for the moment. And this one is not quite done yet, but we're almost done in Goldhof. We'll have to come back to that because I have a feeling a lot of these need to be done. Let's see. Fallow there, but these are still in progress. So nothing too much to be done here, but this field is currently set as fallow. I believe that's supposed to be barley. Okay. So these are, of course, going to all be fallow over here. We're still waiting on this field. I'm going to just finish that. There we go. And that means that we're now done in this area. Over here, all of this is going to be set as fallow. Perfect. And we're just going to finish up this field. Okay. Is that done? It's done enough. So we're going to set that as fallow. That means we're done in Eikenau. Perfect. Now, I want to come back up here and set this field as fallow. Yeah, just set that as fallow. I don't want to spend any time whatsoever plowing that. So that looks good. Over here in Zawau, this is going to be fallow. And we still are harvesting a number of these fields. Okay. We need to check in over this way, though. These are going to be replanted. So barley is correct here. Flax is correct here. This is barley. This is going to end up being flax. This one is not fully harvested yet. This is going to be wheat. Okay. So that seems fine. Everything out over here is going to be fallow. So I don't want to spend any time plowing this. Plowing this is completely a waste of time. There we go. For now, let's check in over at Newslow. Okay, so these up here, these are all going to be fallow. There we go. There's still a little bit of harvesting going on in this flax field here, but there's nothing left to it, so I'm just going to get rid of that, and we'll mark that as fallow. Then I'm going to tell this farmhouse that they have an unlimited work area. They can pitch in anywhere they need to. Now, this up here is going to be replanted. Wheat is correct here. Wheat here. This is going to end up being wheat. And that seems fine. We know this is pretty heavily planted as barley down over this way. Cool. So this is done here. We know that Eikenau should be done as well. So we've got Zawau still being worked on. This is going to be fallow over here. This field is going to be fallow. Don't spend any time whatsoever plowing that. Okay, this is going to be fallow, and this is going to be fallow. So all of that should be good, and we should start on these fields very shortly. Beautiful. All of this is done, and we're ready to come down and start plowing as soon as our haul is done. And then here in Selbitz, same scenario. We're still working on hauling. Okay, Beautiful. So now we need to work over in Newslow a bit. I want to be checking in on these fields, of course. So 55, 23 is truly the best that is available here. Okay. Very sad indeed. And this field is fallow. Yeah, that is correct. This field should be fallow. And then we've got this barley field here, which is now done being harvested. That's going to go to fallow. Wonderful. Almost done harvesting this wheat field. There's still one wheat here. Okay, looks like we're coming back to get that now. Beautiful. So that's going to be fallow, and we're going to focus in on all of this over here. So we should now be done in Waldbrand. We're done in Eichenau. In Zawau, I believe that we are also done. Yes, that looks good. We're done over here in Goldhof, and we're done in Selbitz. I think the only location we're not yet done is in Newslow. And that is specifically only these fields. Okay, so this should be flax. This should be flax. This is going to end up being wheat. This is going to be wheat. Wheat here. Yep, all of these are correct. And now we just need to get this wheat done. This is the only thing that we need now. Our settlement level in Immenruth has gone up. This is going to be wheat again. Okay, that seems fine. So we have a new development point in Immenruth, and what do we want this to be? I mean, we could grab, like, the forest management. Seems okay. Cool. So that's fine for now. We haven't gotten that achievement yet, unfortunately. So I think we're going to end up going through one more episode here, because it is time to put a cut in here. We managed to get all of this set up, but we do have some more plowing to do. It's still September, so we're making very good time on getting all of this set up here. I like it. But we've got a lot more work to do in a lot of locations. So let's continue the plow next episode. And we're just looking to get Selbitz fully upgraded, but we're just waiting on some of these transportations. That should definitely happen next episode, so I believe next episode will be the final episode of this series. I was thinking about it being this one, but I think it's going to be next one. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Xenocyte, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.